Okay, it's June 1st. We came down to my little Morel sweet spot and they're fresh and beautiful. And we went and checked out another area that we thought would be a good spot. We found it last year while cutting firewood. We went there a couple times and we didn't see anything. I thought that maybe the soil was still too cold, and I wanted to come check this spot because year over year I've always found them here. So I said, let's drive up. It's a little bit higher in elevation. Let's take a look, see if it's there. Some of these smaller ones I might leave. That one's actually not too bad, but there was another one. I'll have to see where it went. But those big ones, I'll take those. I'm gonna snip them off. And they just keep going all the way through here. Jeremy's over there on the other side of the bush. I like to stay close to this creek and this little stream, and it's just underneath this little marshy area. The interesting thing about this spot, we're out here in the Ochoco Mountains. This elevation's about 32, maybe I think it was 3,600 feet. And I didn't check the soil temperature, so I don't actually know what it's at. It definitely feels a little bit colder. The temperature was 80 degrees today. And I feel like all these mushrooms just popped today. Like the way they look and feel, they're very fresh. And you can see that they're hollow. Well, this one you can't really tell as much, but that's how you know it's a real morel and not a false morel, is that it's not hollow. And it's got, yeah, they're beautiful. Getting quite a few. But the funny thing about this spot is I've come here for 3 years now, and I see a little squirrel. Ran away. We've checked all over this whole pasture. There's actually a public campsite there where a lot of hunters come. I find them right here along this tree, down in that cove. That's where I was just at, and that's it. Originally, I found them, you see my car there, I found them across the road. We were out here cutting firewood 3 years ago, and I was just standing there waiting for Jeremy to lop up some rounds so I could load them, and I looked down and I saw a super dry one at my feet, and so then I just ran off. Didn't even help him with firewood anymore. I just took off and was like, I'm going looking for mushrooms, and I found one right next to the tire of our truck. So I know that hill is a south-facing hill. There's a lot of sun exposure, especially because on this side you see there's a lot of trees, so it doesn't get as warm. But this little spot right here has always proven to be a little gold mine for me. So I'm going to keep looking, see if I can find anything else, and I might go check that hillside over there. Alright, so I came over to the spot that Jeremy was at. I was just over on that side, and you saw me taping him over here. And it's always a good thing to come check because morels can be very elusive, and you gotta watch your step very closely. But take a look at this. He missed that one right there. There's 2 of them. That one's a little bit smaller, so I might leave that one. But there's that one, and I can actually see back where I was, there's one right there as well. So I even missed one on the other side. There he is, looking. Hey, you missed a few. I just stuck my hand in stinging nettle too. Dang it. Oh, always got to be careful with some of those things. We don't really have poison oak here, but we have stinging nettle. One of the easier things to do once you actually find one is get down low to the ground. Once you find one for the first time, it's a little bit easier because then you know what you're looking for. And you can see them if you're down on the ground. Then you can also see under some of the other plants. And then what I like to do is look from one way and then go to the other side and look back the other way, because even just where I came from, this area where I was showing you, I looked back and I saw some other ones that I hadn't seen. So the flowers are a key indicator for us as well. When the flowers are blooming here, we know that it's been warmer and it's about time. That's not what I'm looking for. I don't know what that kind is. We should get a book.
We should.
Starting to rain. It's almost 8 o'clock too. So.
Yeah.
So I came over. Creek's down there. Came up on this hill, like I said. This is the tree we were standing next to. We were parked next to when we were cutting firewood. And I wanted to take a look. A little bit harder to see up here, but there's one, which means this hillside, standing about here when we were cutting down a tree. It's going to be a good weekend, and it's raining right now. So that means more rain, let it warm again, and we should have another hatch. I don't know what it's called. More of them should be popping up soon. Gotta pick up the trash while we're out here too. Do our part. Here's our haul so far. Not a bad, that's actually the best haul I've ever had from that spot. And Kale just sat in the car the whole time. He didn't even come out with us.
I don't want to. There's mosquitoes. I'm allergic to them.
Oh, there are mosquitoes. But I got to find lots of mushrooms and they smell so good. I think the first thing we're gonna make is stroganoff. That's one of our favorite recipes. And then I like to dehydrate the rest. I don't have a freeze dryer, so I dehydrate them and save them to cook later. I did try and freeze them before, but then they just turn to mush when they come out of the freezer, like most produce and fresh vegetables and stuff. So yep, I dehydrate them in little rings, cut them in half, dehydrate them that way. Here's a good looking one. Good morning! Alright, so we got back with a good haul of mushrooms, Morels, and before I head into town for my appointments, I need to drink coffee. I need to drink coffee first before I even do this. I need to cut these mushrooms up and get them on dehydrators before I leave so that they can dry while I'm gone, and then I can put them away. That's what we got. I'm gonna get them all cut up, put over here in my Presto dehydrator. I would love to get an upgrade one of these days, but this does pretty well. I haven't been processing so much that it doesn't fit. Okay, got a couple trays in there. I ended up just cutting them in half instead of rounds or circles this time. I just don't have enough time right now. And let's see, I need to go up to 125. We're gonna go at least 5 hours. Oh, we'll do 5.5 hours to start. I'll check them when I get home, rotate the trays a little bit, shuffle them around, and then see if they need a couple more hours. I can go up to 8 hours. They should be good. I live in a pretty dry climate, so it's pretty easy to dehydrate here, and probably gonna pull some and make some dinner tonight. think we talked about having stroganoff. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy watching us forage, homestead, or go on adventures, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. We'll create some more content for you.